So that customer was, pretty open to really any suggestion we had. They also had a pretty, you know, contemporary modern taste. Um, so we contracted with Mass Architect on that first project. House was on top of a hill, beautiful view. Um, it was the house we did the Tesla solar roof on, and Nick, I think we talked about that. Um,
What
Probably
a
one of the
nightmare,
first.
dude.
Oh, yeah, and we were one of the first, I think, in Massachusetts that got the Tesla solar roof, and
I think you were the
that
only one.
that was not a great experience. I mean, they told us early on that we'd have a roof before winter. This is like early spring. They're like, oh yeah, when you're framed up, we'll get the roof on and you'll be good. We had to go through a whole winter with no roof on that house, unfortunately. But anyways, they were super open to really anything. So did a Tesla solar roof, used a lot of cool new products that you guys were sharing on social media. So we actually ended up winning the Prism Award for that house that year for like best single family in that size category. It was like 2,500 square feet or less.
When going back, so they had a contemporary style or like desire, but the products, the Tesla roof, like was that all brought to the table from your side?
Yeah, at the time, me and my project manager, try to like research as much as we could for, they said, hey, we want solar. And
Yeah.
like that Tesla just come out with it. So we, talked with them.
Hmm.
They really oversold that product.
Yeah.
But, we got the cost for it. And at the time they were like giving them away.
Yeah.
I think for that house, it was probably, I want to say it was like under $50,000 for the whole roof, 2
Hmm.
Tesla power walls. And we were doing the math because if they didn't go that route, we were putting a metal roof on it. And it was only like, I don't know, like a $15,000 difference at the time.
Yeah.
And then the incentives that the state was offering, you know, I think the state paid like 60, 70% of the cost.
It fast forward, is the system producing? Like, is it working? Is it buggy or?
The first few months were a little bit buggy, but I think my client was super tech savvy, luckily. So
Mm,
once he kind of figured out like the app and
got
how
it.
to like run it, like best run it like during the day or at night. A year in, he said it was unbelievable. They hadn't had an electric bill in months.
Jeff, have you ever done the Tesla roof?
No, but I put solar on my house probably a year ago, and we don't have electric bills. Pretty cool.
Zero.
Zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as far as the product, I mean that the Tesla Solar product was an amazing product. The
Hmm.
install team was really good. I mean, when they came to install, I mean, they sent like 15 guys, 4 electricians.
Yeah.
Um, you know, they were great at that aspect. It was the everything coming, to that point. You're
Yeah.
dealing with a project manager that's in Las Vegas that
Yeah.
is the intermediary between any questions to any engineers. So like, and they're not technical people. So
Mm-mm.
we had a lot of details we tried to work through with them that just got lost in communication. Scheduling was a nightmare, but I've heard they've
I mean,
changed things. I mean, this was early on.
I don't even, are they even off? I thought they stopped offering it. I mean, our experience was we had a similar experience. It was just, we, we started the process 2 years in advance of needing it, and everything was fine, 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 fine. And then once we were like, all right, we need to schedule this, it would be like, hello, anyone? Hello?
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
it
yeah,
take weeks.
we're
Weeks.
working on it. And then we were like, all right, we're same thing. We're coming up to winter, and we have a pretty complicated roof. Like there's exterior insulation, blah blah blah. They're like, yeah, just throw an asphalt roof on it, and we'll strip it off when we get
That's what
there.
they told me. That's what they told
I
me.
was like, I was like, yeah, that's fine. Who's paying for that? They're
Yeah.
like, well, why? It's inexpensive. It's like, sure, it's 8 grand for this small little house, but that's 8 grand that is just added to it, and not to mention a complete waste.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, they
it's
did the same
renewable
thing.
energy. They tried it. It's completely like discounting what you're trying to do with solar
exactly.
energy.
That
The
was
terms
the,
like
yeah.
But then you're going to put an
greenwashing.
asphalt-based product or a petroleum-based product on a roof to then just throw it in a landfill. But you're going to save on your energy bill.
Yeah, it was foolish. I mean, Steve's right. Like everything is there's so much greatness to it, but they basically, I mean, I think this is the way Elon works. He basically throws it out there like, hey, we're gonna do this. Everyone order one. And then he turns around, he's like, all right, we should start making these. And it's like, well, you got 1 million people in line for it. It's like, all right, let's start with number one. And you're forever behind the 8 ball.
So
Let's-
at that, go ahead.
Let's switch to rockets. Let's start
Yeah.
making rockets. That's solar stuff.
See,
That's
hey, he
boring.
seems to be doing pretty good with the rockets.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, pretty impressive. I mean, catching the rocket with those like tongs.
yeah, like between that and I forget what's it, NASA? It's like a multi-billion-dollar endeavor to do what he can do with 12 million or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you listen to his podcast on Rogan?
No, I think I tried to.
I think I would listen to the first one. I haven't listened to the second one.
I've listened to a few of them.
He's out there, but he's
he's
so
very-
intelligent.
Yeah, you need people like that though. To push
Yeah.
the boundaries.
Totally.
He lost me when I found out that his dad had a child with like his stepdaughter or something. Elon's dad had raised a daughter who was not blood his and then like had a baby with her.
Yeah, but you can't hold his
Dude,
father.
that's the same family. That's the same family. He's there. They lost me. In trying to listen to his interview, it's tough. He's obviously
I'm just thinking
very,
about like the
very
shit my
intelligent.
family does, and I'm like, I can't be held responsible for what my family does.
No, you can't. No way.